Welcome back to the Pennant Podcast. This is episode 19, and in this episode, we are going to go over our games of the month throughout all of 2022. And of course, we're going to welcome back Eshaan. I mean, he's not a guest anymore. We're going to get him on whenever he feels like it. I feel like it. Eddie feels like it, to be honest. No one's a guest anymore, except for Seth. I mean, that was a pretty good guest.
Yeah. We have like regulars.
We have regulars, yes. No more guests. But
got yourself a cast and a crew.
Wait, I do have a cast and a crew. No. I asked this yesterday when Eddie and I were recording our Fallen Order stuff. But how do you feel about being on the podcast, Eshaan? I mean, you've been on it a couple episodes, 3 or 4, right? I want to say.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's fun. It's a lot of fun. For me, it's always a tiny bit nerve-wracking because I'm just like supposed to be talking for an hour.
Yeah.
And I'm a person when it comes to parties sometimes. Like, I'll just be silent for hours. So it's like kind of a switch up.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I really like it. I like talking about the games, and it's funny. Like, I'll go back and listen to them after they're released, and I'll be like, still entertained. So,
yeah. As a sound connoisseur, an audio connoisseur, how do we sound?
You and Eddie sound fine. It's always me that sounds like trash. And I'm like, why is my microphone just doing that? So it might be my headset, or I might just be talking quietly. So I'm gonna try and be a bit louder today.
I boosted
you sound louder.
Yeah.
Oh, that's why.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, I don't think I can boost his volume to like so you can hear it, because like I know you can right click in Discord and you can just turn up their volume. That's what I did, and like that's what I'll have to do if I want to have him louder. But yeah, I was like, yeah, you came in today, and I just turned you up a little bit more.
But yeah, I can't hear him on my other stuff.
No, it's because you're using a headset. It's probably only because you're using a headset and like you're joining through Xbox, but it still sounds good. It's not terrible quality. That's good.
Yeah, no, but you have like you and Eddie balanced pretty well, I feel like.
Mm-hmm. I don't remember what kind of microphone are you using, Eddie? Are you using your headset?
I'm just using my I think it was like a $80 Turtle Beach that I bought. So it's not even like a super nice one.
Wow, yeah, and it sounds great. Like I have like a little $50. I got it on sale, like Blue Snowball Ice, and I just.
It sounds like a real mic. Like, yeah.
Yeah, and
yeah. Always the ones that that aren't name brand that sound the best.
Well, I think Blue is like a good brand.
It's actually quite popular.
But it's only it's like one of the lesser known like mics, you know, like it's only the 50. It's literally a ball. That's why it's called the Snowball Ice, and it's like white. But I just bought like this kit online that has like an arm stand that hooks to my like desk, and I just like turn that, and so I can move it up and down. You've heard me do Eddie's, and you probably have heard me doing that. It was only like $20. So like it literally took me less than $100 to get this quality of sound. Not bad.
Good, yeah.
Not bad at all. But let's not delay any further. So you should start with Eshaan. How you doing today, bro?
Doing good, man. I went to like my first ever corporate party yesterday. It wasn't for my company, it was for my girlfriend's, but it was a lot of fun, surprisingly. I didn't think it would be, but I was pleasantly surprised.
Oh, nice, man. How's your week been?
Good. Lots of games, man, coming out, playing them.
Oh yeah, man.
Probably spent way too much money on my PS5 already, but
yeah, dude. I think next year's gonna kill you too.
Dude, thank God I have an adult job now.
Seriously, bro. Yeah, we're our next podcast. We're not gonna record next week because like I'm gonna be on vacation and stuff. But the week after that, which would be the 18th, if we're recording on a Sunday, we're gonna talk about like the 2023's slate of games and what we're our like roadmap of what we're gonna play of what's announced so far. So if you're interested in that, let us know. We'll have you on.
Ways, bro.
Make time.
Sounds interesting. Yeah.
We're gonna I'm gonna try to get like maybe DJ or Carrington to make their debut for once, you know. But
Yeah. I mean, I think Carrington's always down to do them. I don't know about DJ, but
he's I was like, hey DJ, wanna come on today's podcast? He's like, I would if I didn't have to work all day. I was like, I'll get it next time, DJ. But
We'll get there eventually.
we'll get there. Eddie, how we doing?
Pretty good. I worked today and it was really slow, and I made a lot of progress on my final paper for my what's it called, project management class.
Mm-hmm.
So that's like 3/4 done. No, 2/3. We'll say 2/3. And did that. Came home, I ate 2 bananas, and now we're on the pod.
Oh fucking shit! How's the week
Yeah.
going?
Well, honestly, I would just repeat the same story I
Yeah.
said yesterday.
True.
So I have to. Oh, dude, I could make up a story about how my life's gonna go this week.
You could do that since we're not. People aren't going to hear this until like
Yeah,
the
until
12th.
much later. So here, yeah, let's do like what are we going to do rather than what did we do.
Okay.
There we go. Let's see. What do we got planned? Ooh, I gotta go to the dentist tomorrow again to fix my breathing problems.
Okay.
Let's see. And then I got a test on Tuesday, a test on Thursday. I work tomorrow. What else do we do? Fucking nothing. Powerlifting practice on Thursday, powerlifting practice on Friday, and that's it. Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah. Let me forecast how my week's gonna go. So I have people coming in to visit from the 6th through the 13th. That's why, and we're gonna have a good time. I think Saturday and also it's my girlfriend's birthday on the 7th. So
Nice.
Pearl Harbor, that sucks, but it'll be.
Oh,
It's gonna be good for her birthday. I know. I made like a comparison. I was like, so your birthday's on Pearl Harbor, which is a pretty good tragedy, and then my birthday's on the Boston Tea Party, which screw the Brits. Screw the Brits, am I right?
Yes, sir.
So yeah, I was
That's
like,
funny.
yeah. But I'm gonna be taking her to like this little fancy like fondue place for her birthday. And I don't know if you guys know this. I will not eat cheese by itself. Like it has to be with something.
Really?
Like,
Dude, oh god, I eat criminal amounts of cheese. It's kind of
fucking
like
disgusting,
a
bro.
bad. Oh god, so
Yeah.
much.
I'll eat those like cheese crackers, hamburger, hot dogs, like chili cheese dog, whatever like that, but not eat cheese. Like maybe in a blue moon I will eat like one of those like American like those square slices of
Kraft
cheese.
single.
The Kraft single ones. Yeah, I'll eat those like just
Blue Moon. I
yeah.
thought you were talking about the beer, and
No,
I was
not
like,
the
that is
beer.
disgusting that you eat that beer.
Oh
The
god,
cheese.
dude.
Dip it in the beer. Ooh, yeah.
Let alone I
Good
don't eat
shit.
I don't
Cheese.
eat cheese like by itself. I would never. I can confidently say I don't think I can like down a blue moon sober. Like if I'm already drunk, probably still not, but it's a better chance of it than me being sober drinking a blue moon. Oh god, I just hate beer. I hate like brewed beer. It's just disgusting. Doesn't taste good to me. I am of the fruity genre of drinks. And even then I can still taste it. I'm like, ugh.
I like wine. That's something I never thought I would say. That is my favorite.
You know what's funny? I remember Bailey telling me, it was like during prom, you like asked like, dude, we should get a box of wine.
Yeah, dude. Fucking, we absolutely should have gotten a box of wine.
Bailey's was like, yeah,
Slap
that
the
was a weird
bag,
request.
baby.
That was a weird request. I've never had somebody ask me for a box of wine.
Dude, it's not. It's the fucking best thing ever. Slap the bag, baby.
That's the thing. Like,
Slap the fucking bag.
what taste does wine have?
It's like tart and uh it's very full and I don't know, like pink like rosés are kind of sweet and then like white wines like they can be really dry, like bitter and like tart and like red wine can be really heavy and like I don't know. There's like so many things about wine.
Hey, man.
Because like all vodka tastes the same.
Yeah.
We can admit that.
Yeah.
All like
I mean, flavored vodka can be pretty good sometimes.
okay. Yeah, that's flavored though. But the vodka itself without adulteration, like meaning it's not changed. It's always gonna taste the same. Like just like every like people could argue, but like every whiskey tastes the same. Unless it's flavored with something, they all taste like fucking garbage. So
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wine has a breadth of flavors.
Mm-hmm.
So
if you come out next time, whatever, I'll try some
dude,
wine with you. You choose out.
we'll drink a fuck ton of wine in Arizona.
Dude, there's a Total Wine next to our house.
Yeah.
Or like, is that what that's called? Like a big like alcohol place? Total Wine. That's a place, right?
I just call it like a big liquor store. I don't know.
Liquor Us, am I right?
Liquor ass.
Oh,
yeah.
no, Liquor Us. Oh, shit. Yeah, that sounds like
Yeah.
Liquor Ass. That's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that was we devolved from that. What was I even talking about? Well, my projection for this week. Yeah, fondue place for my girlfriend. It's her birthday. Then we're gonna go to that ghost town that I took you and JT to, that Apache Junction.
Yeah.
Yeah,
fucking Goldfield. Hell yeah.
Yeah, dude, I was like, yeah, we could spend the day there, like if we paid for the attractions, like, but we didn't because we didn't want to do that.
Yeah. Right.
But, yeah,
that was
dude,
cool.
I love that picture, bro. That picture is a goat picture.
Yeah, I have it right next to my bed.
Yep, I have it on my dresser. I was like, I'm never like the frames we bought they were made from Amish people, so
yeah, they're expensive as fuck.
Yeah, they were very expensive as fuck. So, then forecasting the week, just going to work. Nothing much to it, honestly. It's a Christmas time, so we're gonna do some Christmas stuff at work. See how that's going. I had a group of like 5th grade girls just come up to me and was like, play Christmas music, and it was like November 20, like it was like the end of November. I was like, I'm not playing it until December. I don't care. And then December 1st came around, and I played a metal rendition of Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer. And you can imagine how that sounds. And I was like,
yeah,
Grandma got run over by a reindeer.
It has a certain aggression to it.
And I was like, this is great. Like, I can't. It has all that stuff. What's another one? It's like, we wish you a Merry Christmas. Stupid stuff like that.
That's funny.
And then I put on Wham. And that was it.
Hell yeah.
So,
Wham.
A lot of Christmas music going to be played during this upcoming week. But enough pitter patter. Let's get at her, as Brandon would say. Wait,
that's a good one.
Did Brandon say that?
I don't think so.
Curtis said that.
Maybe. Curtis said that. That sounds like a Curtis.
Yeah. Pitter patter. Let's get at her.
That sounds like a Curtis saying.
That's 100% a Curtis saying. I thought Brandon would say that. But so like I said 13 minutes ago, or however, we are gonna select one game a month that we played, and it doesn't have to be a game that came out during that month. It's a game that we played that we like to give our game of the month to. And then at the end, we're gonna give our own personal game of the years. I just came up with this right now as I was saying it. So I hope you guys have a choice as we're talking about it.
I can pick pretty
Our own
easily.
personal.
Yeah.
Okay. I can assume what yours too would be probably. But so, let's start with Eshaan. What is your January game of the month?
Alright. So y'all would never guess this because I don't think I even talked about it once
Okay.
at all.
Okay.
It was like me just playing this game in secret, kind of ashamed about it.
Oh,
Not
Okay.
really.
jeez.
It was Spelunky 2.
What the fuck?
Hell yeah. Fucking goat.
Okay.
It
Okay.
released in January, and I don't know what came over me, but I bought that shit on release, and I played it for like hours.
Oh,
I
hell
didn't
yeah,
even play the first
Spelunky.
Spelunky, so it was a very manic decision, I think.
Oh, shit.
talk about
But
Spelunky. What is Spelunky 2?
oh man, I never got far in that game either, which is the worst part. But you basically you pick like this treasure hunter digger person type thing, and you like go through these levels and like you have to avoid enemies and whatever and like dig your way through the levels to get like money and gold to survive and get more money and gold to buy weapons from the dude. And that's about as far as I got. Just my assumption. It was really hard. Like
Oh shit.
I
Okay.
love hard games, but this was just like I'm not even making it past like the third level. Either
Oh,
I'm playing this
God.
wrong or I'm just like this isn't meant for me. So I deleted it in February, but that was my January game.
Well, there
Okay.
you go.
All right. All right.
Nice.
Eddie, what is your January game of the month?
All right. So basically like when I was looking through my list, like I realized how little I played Xbox this year.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't get a single achievement in all of January.
Are you serious?
I'm gonna just move my December game into what would have been my December game into the January slot, and that's Halo Infinite.
Okay.
I think during January I was playing a lot of that game, but I do not remember. So that's my pick, Halo Infinite.
I want to say
I
they
think we
like
played that game for like 2 or 3 months. So
yeah, like on and off. I can confidently say you did play Halo Infinite during that time.
So I'm gonna say it's that. The campaign I barely did any of because I hate the open world. I think it's weird.
Mm-hmm.
And then the multiplayer is actually pretty good. So yeah, Halo Infinite. Boom.
All right. Nice. My January game of the month. I don't think you guys. I think Isha might know. Tales of Arise.
yeah.
Yes, it is it's a Japanese action based Japanese RPG, and I really enjoyed. Like, I tried the demo on Xbox, and I was like, "Yo, I would get this game. Not paying full price for it, but I would get this. I would play it." And so I waited, and it came on PlayStation for $30, and I got it. And so, and I enjoyed it so much, I was like, "I'm gonna platinum this game." And I saw like it wasn't that hard because there's no difficulty of based achievements. I was like playing on like very easy because I was like, I just want to know the story. And low-key, the story is pretty good. It got a little weird during the third act, to be honest. I was like, they introduced some weird like it went from a kingdom-based thing to like, oh, now we're in space. I was like, okay, but I still enjoyed it, and they had some like in like every Japanese game. I know Ishan knows, like they just like have some like god complex, and it definitely happens during this game.
Definitely happens in a lot of
Yeah, it's like, oh my god, now I'm fighting God. I was like, oh,
yeah.
jeez, okay. So yeah, that happened. Platinumed it, 60 hours. It took 62 hours, I think. I remember like I was up at like 3 a.m. on like a weekend or something, and I platinumed it. I was like, it's over.
It's finally over.
Finally over. And so yeah, I would highly recommend it. It's pretty cheap now, and I know it's like on all platforms, so except Nintendo. Nope,
Cool.
that's my January of the month. Eshaan, and Eddie, and probably me. What is your February game of the month?
Elden Ring.
Okay, Eddie, let me guess.
It's actually not Elden Ring because I didn't start playing it till later.
Oh, okay, never mind. Eshaan, talk about Elden Ring, bro.
uh, FromSoft's latest game. I want to say, right? Like they haven't released anything since then. I don't think.
No,
Yeah.
yeah, no.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Dark Souls type game, except they said let's make it open world. To be honest, before they released this game, I was very skeptical about it. Just because usually going open world is a company's way of saying we don't have any more ideas.
Mm-hmm.
uh, but I was very happily proven wrong by this amazing game that I feel like I still haven't beat it. Actually, I'm still on the last boss.
Really?
Yeah, no, I
Shame.
lost my Steam, man. I just lost
Oh,
the Steam to keep playing, and then
damn.
it got to
Alright.
the point where I just hit like other games are coming out, and then I tried going back, and I was like, I don't even remember how to use this like magic build that I made. So I'll go back. I'll finish it eventually. I do with every Dark Souls game type, but yeah, it's an amazing game. I'll probably let either Eddie or Zach talk about it more.
Okay. Eddie, what is your February game?
My February game, so it would have been Dying Light 2, but
What?
Dying Light 2 sucks.
Oh,
So yeah, that's my answer for that question. It would have been Dying Light 2, but they fucking changed everything. Like, and the parkour is awkward as hell, and they changed the controls, and it's like, what the fuck happened? Like, I don't know. It's weird. They really bumbled that one up. They
bumbled it.
bumbled it up.
Okay.
Yeah. So, R.I.P.
R.I.P. Dying Light 2 would have been Eddie's choice.
It would have been.
Yeah.
I played it for like a week, and then I was like, "Fuck this."
Mm.
I played it for like a day.
Yeah.
Who bought it among both of you?
Me.
Eddie.
I was excited. I was super excited, and it was garbage. So
Man, that's so disappointing. When you
whatever.
get burned by a game you thought it was gonna be good.
Yeah, sad vibes.
Very sad. Hmm. So yeah, my game of the month for February was Elden Ring. And Eshaan knows I have tried like Dark Souls. I couldn't find my Steam for it, but then like Elden Ring came out and I was like, yo, this is open world, I can do what I want. I looked up the cheesiest build I can have, and it was a magic build, and that's what I was. It got me through a lot of bosses. Only because like I was using that, and I was also with like I was with my friends, being like every boss, because like I want to play with my friends. I'm not no loner doing this shit.
It's a lot of fun to play with your friends in that game. I completely forgot it was kind of multiplayer for a lot of it.
Yeah, that's I would say like 80 or 90% of that game I played with like you, DJ, or like Eddie, or like Carrington, like other people. I played most of the time.
You
And
still need to actually finish it, though.
I've never beat it. I have not beaten it yet. Who knows if I will?
Of these
Who knows
really
if I will?
good AAA titles. He's like, I started it, ain't finishing it.
Yep. A lot of them I've started, didn't finish. That's like the trope. That's like it's always like I'm always not questionable, but like I'm still doing it. I'm trying not to like just buy games day one, So like, oh yeah, I'll play it later, when I can just save money and buy it on sale later. Which this game, all of us were playing at the same time for a good month. So I was like, we're all playing it. This is a good purchase. So highly recommend. So let's move to March now. Eshaan, what is your
Sifu.
March game?
Sifu is my March game.
Ooh.
I think it's a PlayStation exclusive, if I'm correct. Otherwise, I probably would have just gotten it on my Xbox. Yeah, that would make sense. Yeah. It's a PlayStation exclusive fighting game that it's like third person perspective, and basically it's martial arts beat 'em up. And the cool twist in this game is every time you die, you come back to life, but you get older, and basically um, your life cap is like reaching the age of like 80 or whatever. Because I mean, an 80-year-old trying to fight thugs is gonna get his ass beat. But it was a lot of fun. Originally I didn't beat it. I got to the last boss. Last boss kicked my ass, and then I think another game came out, and I was just like, it was the fact that I had to switch over to my PlayStation 2 to play that game that I was just like, it's too much effort, and I kind of forgot about it. But after recently getting the PlayStation 5, I re-downloaded the PS5 version. It didn't take over any of my data, but I do plan on beating it on my PS5.
Oh, there we go. There we go. It's a good like, what is it called? That they enter the gungeon type game. That sort of the style a little bit.
It has aspects of it, but I wouldn't say it is that at all. Well, kind of, because I mean, yeah, if you die, perma-die, like that's the run.
Mm-hmm.
But it has like a checkpoint system where at the 5 levels, so like say you beat level 1 still at the age of 20, you can just start at level 2 whenever you want at the age of 20 now. It's whatever you beat the last level at the age you're at is what age you'll start the next level on.
Okay, so it's like it has some rogue like elements, but
Some, like, it's kind of more of a beat 'em up at the same time too.
yeah. Did you know that was nominated for Fighting Game of the Year at the Game Awards?
Oh, I hope it wins.
A fighting game though? That's not a fighting game.
Well,
Like Mortal
kinda
Kombat,
is.
Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter, Tekken, like those are fighting games. I don't consider Sifu like a fighting game. You can't play with that people.
I think it's less the multiplayer aspect of fighting. It's more like there's actual like combo strings and stuff you learn. Like there's multiple different combo strings, and you play it like you would play a fighting game. Like it's a single player fighting game is the best way I can explain it.
Okay, yeah, I just wanna make sure of that. Okay, so Eddie, your March game of the month.
All right, March game of the month. Now we get Elden Ring.
Expand now.
Yeah. Okay. So I didn't play it right away because I don't know. Maybe I was intimidated. I was like, I didn't think I had the personal follow through and the power to be able to play another Dark Souls type game.
Oh yeah, wasn't this around the time when you just weren't really gaming at all in general? Like
this was like the first. Yeah, this was the first game that got me to play video games again because like all of 2021, I was like, that's when I first started getting into fitness and like being like on and off down bad about failed relationships. It kind of just made me not play Xbox. So
fair enough.
So Elden Ring was the first one that got me back to it, and yeah. So once I got over the fact, I was like, okay, I can tap into my 17-year-old brain power and play like Dark Souls 3. I can do it, and I fucking did it, and I loved it. Definitely, still not my favorite FromSoft game, but it's number 2 for sure.
Number 2.
Yeah, it's really pretty. I had just gotten a new TV. I had it on the Series X, so it played really well. The combat's good. The items are cool. The art's cool. The music's good. cutscenes are really hard to understand, but that means it's a FromSoft game. So
Right? You're
Yeah.
like, I don't
You're
know the
just like,
plot, but
I don't know what's
let's do
happening,
this.
but it's beautiful. So yeah, that's my March. Yeah.
All right. It's rumored that like there's gonna have like a big like DLC expansion for Elden Ring.
Already confirmed.
Already
Confirmed.
confirmed.
Yeah.
Ooh.
It's been confirmed. Like basically since it came out, like it was like really early announcement.
Data miners like completely fucked FromSoft. Like I think they
Yeah.
hacked them or something, and they got like their game roster for the next like 3 years, basically.
Oh my god. So yeah,
We know
think-
everything.
I think we're gonna hear about that at the Game Awards this Thursday. So
Need to watch that.
is that a day one? Yeah, Thursday at like it's a weird time. It's like at 3 or something. So the day one purchase for you guys, that DLC.
Damn, maybe. I don't know.
It's a maybe from me too, just because I haven't even beat the original game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
However, I did. No, okay. I'll talk about this in a second.
Oh,
Keep going. Yeah, keep going.
Oh. Yeah.
Oh, that was all I had to say.
Okay.
Yeah.
You want to keep going, Eddie, or should I move on to my March?
This is related to April.
Okay, so my March game of the month is a little Switch game, but not Switch anymore. It's on like PC now. Triangle Strategy. It is a strategy like tactical game, like grid based, like Final Fantasy Tactics or XCOM stuff like that. But it has like pixel graphics, like similar to like games from like the Super Nintendo or like Game Boy Advance kind of thing. And I really love those kind of games where like you move on a grid of a battlefield, make your turns, and the enemy makes their turns, stuff like that. It's turn based. But this has like gorgeous like pixel based graphics. It's called like HD 2D, and like I just love that. Like I'll support that any day. Those games like a game similar to that. It's called like Octopath Travelers on Xbox. It's actually on Game Pass. If you guys are interested in that, that's cool. I like that. And so like this has like 3 different you have these things called, what's it called, like the conviction, something like, but essentially you and your party will make heavy like choices, like this affects like what you do and like in the story. And there's essentially 3 different there's 4 different endings. There's a golden ending, and then there's 3 different endings, and I didn't get the golden ending, and I kind of want to. So that's like another backlog game, but you make some like heavy choices. Like you either give up your friend that you've known for your whole life, or we go to war because the enemy kingdom wants him. I'm like, fuck, I don't want to give him up. But like my friend's like, give me up, man. It's not worth it, bro. I was like, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing it. I'll go to war.
I'll fucking kill you.
Right? And then another thing I remember is that like where like my village is like surrounded pretty much by these enemies, and they're thinking of ways to like defeat these guys coming in and like invading. And the option I chose was like use the village, like because I'm like one of the ruler of this little town, like area, village or whatever. And the option I came up with was like use the villagers' homes at like to burn them. To like burn them to the ground, as collateral to like kill all the. And I won, but they were like, "We have no kingdom now. Where are we supposed to go?" I was like, "Hey, sorry, bro, I don't know what to tell you. Go to a different kingdom." So like, it's very like your choices are like 3 different paths you go down like all the time. So like, it's not just black and white. You also have like another gray area option. That's why I like your choices matter. So that is my like. I got it when it came out. I liked it like. I got like the like collector's edition, but they only offered that in like Europe or whatever. So I had to wait that. I had to wait for that to come in, but I didn't want to. It was taking too long, so I was like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna buy another copy." And so I have 2 copies now. One that's like a European copy that I haven't even opened yet, and then the American one. Highly recommend.
Nice.
Highly.
Yeah.
Right.
I remember talking about that game quite a bit. earlier this year.
Hell yeah. I got it in March, but I don't think I beat it in March. I'm pretty sure I beat it in like April. So, our April game of the month. Eshaan, what do we got?
That's a real banger. Nintendo Switch Sports.
Son of a bitch. I knew it.
This
Fuck
game,
yeah.
Honestly, it's more so here just because it's a game that I played a lot with my girlfriend when it came out. So it's just like fond memories type thing. It's a lot of fun. I mean, it's Wii Sports, but for your Switch. And they added like the whole cosmetics aspect to it, like a free battle pass in a sense. Like you get everything off of it, you just have to play type of thing. So we still here and there come back and play this game, but I chose this as April just because it released for that month, and I thought it was good enough to deserve the spot.
Right.
Hell yeah, man. Eddie, what is your April game of the month?
Hot take, it's Elden Ring again.
Oh my god.
I played Elden Ring from the beginning of March to the middle of May.
Holy shit.
It will not be my May game of the month though.
Okay.
Spoiler alert. Okay. So
Double hot take.
more about Elden Ring. I think I 100%ed it. How do I check? Hold on. No, it's 90%. What the fuck? Hold on. I don't know. It's basically this was my stretch trying to 100% it. So I played through. I'm in playthrough 2. I grinded the hell out of it. Like I've killed every boss. Like that is achievement worthy. And like all I have to do is just walk into the room and kill the final boss again, and I'll be on playthrough 3. But I'm not going to do that because the DLC will be super hard, and I don't want to subject myself to something harder than I already have to. So, yeah. I've gotten the really complicated ending for Elden Ring. Like some of the complicated like character quests and shit. Like I've gotten those, and like So
when that Elden Ring DLC comes out, do you think they're going to add on to the map, or are we going to a different? Are we going to a different map?
I believe that there's those Colosseum things that are just like empty buildings that you can't get into in this game right now. It's going to be in one of those, and it'll probably like transport you or some shit. That's my guess. Kind of like Dark Souls 1 Painted World or Dark Souls 3 Ariandel or whatever it's called.
Yeah. Okay. Eshaan, your thoughts?
I agree. I think it's going to have to do with the Colosseum things, and they're going to take you where you need to go. Because I saw some videos, not specifically about the DLC spoiler, but like this dude who like clipped himself into the Colosseums, and like they were fully like designed and decked out differently from each other, like very intricately, like you were supposed to go through them and like do stuff there, and it doesn't make sense to me that they would just leave them there as like cut content. Like I feel like you just take that out the map and like replace it with some hills or something. If that's the case, like why would you just leave a fully rendered, inaccessible Coliseum in multiple parts of the map? So yeah, I believe that's how we're gonna get to the DLC. Maybe if there's more than one DLC, because I know a lot of From Software games, except for Sekiro, like they had sets of 2 DLCs. So I'm hoping that this is another one of those where we get 2 sets of DLCs, and that would be beautiful.
Interesting. There's also a rumor that I've seen where on the Game Awards night, they're going to be announcing like a Dark Souls 2 like remake.
Why 2?
Well, because 2 is like the not so good one.
The worst one?
Yeah, so like they'll make it better.
Uh, Okay.
Yeah, no, not for it.
I'd rather they remake Dark Souls 3. Like, it's not really needed for a remake, but like a super next gen version of Dark Souls 3, I would buy it.
That would be pretty rad.
Okay.
Add in a couple new bosses, maybe like an area or two. I would pay full money for it.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I just wanted to throw that in there. So then we'll move on to that's my game of the month, right? April.
Yes.
I played it and found it slightly disappointing. Like, I wouldn't say slightly; it was disappointing. Lego Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga.
No. I
Dude,
was wondering about that because I was looking at releases and I was like, oh, Zach's gonna say Lego Star Wars, and I was fucking right.
yeah, dude, you were right, but like, they do like this open world thing, and just man, I don't like it. I just liked how the other
So
ones
not
were.
very Lego of you, mate.
I just like going to like different levels, and like I wish they did that, but I know like the Lego formula is different now, and I should have known, but it got me. It's Star Wars, so maybe I'll play it again. They released so many fucking character packs for it now. I'm like, ugh, why do I have that? Why do we need more character packs? Just add more levels if you're gonna add DLC to it.
Right.
That dumb. So now we'll move on to May. What you got for us, Eshaan?
My May game is honestly, I could easily say that this game kind of transcended every month up until November because I kind of stopped playing it that much. It was Monster Hunter Rise.
Oh shit!
No. It's
Yeah, May was kind of an empty month for me. I had my graduation and all those other types of things going on. So
right.
I was too busy to really play, but I know for a fact I played Monster Hunter Rise. um, Came out 2021. Your typical Monster Hunter formula: kill big monsters, get cool shit, use that cool shit to kill bigger monsters,
Yes,
craft cooler
sir.
shit. That's the entire game. There is a story,
Yeah.
but it's usually pretty not great.
All right.
But
Yeah,
Nice.
pretty nice. And what that? Ooh, what? When did that DLC come out? That came out. That came out this year, right?
yeah, we'll talk about that soon.
Okay.
Whoa.
All right. Spoiler. Oh,
A spoiler.
spoiler.
Well, you spoiled it.
Oops. Eddie, what is your May game of the month?
Oops.
This is kind of a wild card. Black Ops Cold War.
Oh,
Like 2 years too late.
okay.
Um, I played the campaign because I had never played it. It was pretty mid, but I played through it anyway. Um, and then I played some multiplayer. Like I'm looking at my achievement, I got the win 50 matches achievement. So
Shoot.
yeah,
You actually did play a bit of it.
it's kind of mid. That's all I'm gonna say.
Kind of mid.
It's mid. Yeah,
Just a mindless shooter for you.
mindless shooter. That's why I bought MW2. But
Okay.
yeah.
My game of the month. It's an odd choice, but I picked it back up again, and I like just wanted to play through it again. And this is Ghost of Tsushima, and I played it
Nice.
on the PS5 version, the director's cut. And I've actually didn't even play the DLC yet. Oh, actually, I started the DLC, but I've not finished it. Those enemies are kind of annoying in that DLC. But
Play that.
yeah, you gotta play it, dude. It's literally like one of the greatest games of all time. Ghost of Tsushima
Oh,
is,
I mean, I've played Ghost of Tsushima. I haven't played the DLC.
yeah, bro. Like I want 100% like Ghost of Tsushima at some point, but like so many games going on. Like you move on after a certain point,
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what I played.
Massive.
What's up?
Here, go ahead. Finish up.
I played Wasteland 3 during this month also with Curtis, but like I would say I probably played more of Ghost of Tsushima, to be honest. But yeah, that's all I wanted to say.
Okay. Massive side comment, but
Okay.
the next time I come to Arizona, we should do an in-person episode of the podcast.
Oh shit!
I think that would be cool.
Okay, yeah, we'll plan that for sure. That'd
I
be
can
fucking
come out
sick.
too, so that'd be sick.
Fuck yeah! Get the gang here, bro.
Because I missed the last 2 trips. I want to at least get on one of them.
Yeah, for real.
Hell
Hold
yeah!
up.
All right,
Hell yeah.
let's move to June now. This is the halfway point of our games. So in June, Eshaan, what was your game of the month?
Ooh. Monster Hunter Rise. Sunbreak.
Oh shit! No way!
There it is.
No way!
There it is.
I don't even technically I couldn't even say that because it was released June 30th. But
Counts.
the amount that I played on June 30th was enough to overrule everything else I played in June.
That makes sense. It's worth it.
Yeah. It wasn't as good as Iceborne.
Mm-hmm.
My girlfriend would kill me if she heard me say that. But I mean, she hasn't even played Monster Hunter World, so like, I don't want to hear it. Anyways, it was a really good expansion to the game. It felt like they had cut some content, or that the way they looked at it was, it's a Switch game, so we don't have to put as much effort into this one compared to like the console ports of these games. But the monsters they did have and added, they were freaking amazing to fight. The post content releases that they've still been releasing up until today, I still haven't beat all of them. I probably will at some point. It's more of I just kind of only really play with my girlfriend, and I guess you, Zach, and sometimes Carrington, but otherwise.
Mm-hmm.
So it was a good expansion, though. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, and this game pissed me off because you know what they just announced recently, Sean?
It's coming to PlayStation.
Yeah, that's coming to Xbox, coming to PlayStation, coming like modern.
Fuck.
Yeah, bro. And you know what? Our saves don't transfer.
Damn.
It's
yeah.
Fucked.
I'm not playing that again. Fuck that, man. Especially, I know Eshaan's definitely not trying that again. He has like, you have over 200. You would play again? Oh my god, you're crazy.
I have about 400 hours in my character on Switch
my
right now.
lord,
dude. Yeah,
my lord.
And they still don't like have cross saves. Like, come on, are you serious?
I think the way I'm gonna judge that one is I'm definitely not buying it at full price point. Like that would be a wait for a sale.
Mm-hmm.
And like a big sale at that. And the issue with that in itself is the big sale will probably be when the next console ported Monster Hunter is coming out. So I'm not getting that game probably.
Yeah,
I would say
what
if they were to do that sale earlier, I would get it. I'd want to see what it would look like on a console.
It's on
so
Game
I guess
Pass.
I'd look at reviews first.
It's gonna be launching on Game Pass.
Oh, then Eddie, you want to play some Monster Hunter Rise?
Guess I forgot to mention that.
If it's on the Game Pass, then yes.
Well,
it's launching on Game
Dude,
Pass.
I would. When?
Yeah.
I think like
next year sometime.
Dude, I think it's January.
Yeah, like early next year.
Sooner than later, bitch. Yes, sir.
Yeah, let me double check that. Monster Hunter Rise PS5.
They better release the full game with Sunbreak and not just the main game.
Oh no, Sunbreak is coming in like the summer of 2023. It's not coming day one.
Damn.
That
don't make sense, but whatever.
Yeah, let me see. January 23rd. And then Sunbreak will be available sometime in the spring. What they said.
Okay. Okay, so it's not like summer, so it's like a few
Well,
months after,
I think
not like
I think spring goes into like June technically, or May. You're
I
gonna be
thought the
waiting a
start of
while.
summer was in June, but whatever.
You're gonna be waiting a while, I would say.
Yeah, I don't know.
If if they have a cross save option, I might pick it up on a sale. But like when they like don't include those things, it really pisses me off. But anyway, Eddie, what is your June game of the month?
June is this is kind of funny. Jackbox, which
Ooh,
various Jackbox games.
okay.
um, I was like either hanging out a lot with Austin's friend group or doing barbecues here, and we played Jackbox several times through that month, and that was my favorite. So yeah.
Hell yeah, those games are fun. Yeah, we gotta play. I gotta play some of
That was
those.
fun
It's
during
better
those
in
barbecues.
person, isn't it?
Oh yeah, they're way better in person. Yeah, because you can get fucking blackout drunk and do shit like that. Yeah.
Hell yeah, we gotta try one of those games sometimes. Mine is a little game called Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: Shredder's Revenge. A side scroller, little pixel beat 'em up, and it's like true to like the old school Turtles games that are like on the arcade and stuff. And dude, this game's fun. Like it's just pure fun. You can have up to 6 people at one time. I think that's right. Yeah, it's 6 like local co-op and like 4 online or 6 online. I don't know, but dude, it's fun. Like if you guys come out here, I want to play that for sure. Like a fucking banger time. It's only like $30 or $20, $25 or $30 or something. Like it was not expensive at all.
Yeah.
Highly
Nice.
recommend. So we move on to July. What's
Your
your
game.
July game of the month?
You skipped yourself, Zach.
What?
Oh, wait, never
Wait,
mind.
did
My
I?
bad.
No.
Did he?
No. Did I?
For June,
For June.
what did you say?
Shredder's Revenge, like Teenage
Yeah.
Mutant Ninja Turtles. Yeah.
Oh, my
Yeah.
bad. My bad.
Okay. Yeah.
I
You're
thought
good.
we were continuing off of Eddie's conversation. I got
Oh
confused.
no.
No.
So July. What was your July game?
Let me pull back up the list. Sorry. Okay. July was definitely a throwaway month for me. It was a very dry month. I don't know why game developers don't really release anything during the summer. It's like one of the prime opportunities to get people to play, but it was Apex. Apex Legends.
Apex Legends.
Nice.
Because that's really all I played at that time. I was more so just trying to hang out with friends, and talk to people because it was my last month of like living alone
Mm-hmm.
before moving back home. So
Whack.
it was
Whack.
less of me on the box and more just trying to enjoy living on my own for a little bit longer.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Fair enough. Yeah, Apex Legends not a bad choice. It's still going on. Still like a large player count, I think, too. So that's good. Eddie, what is your July game of the month?
July is gonna be nothing. I got I got one achievement in July and it's a Halo achievement, so I guess Halo wins again.
Halo wins again. Is there a
Yeah.
game that came out in July like maybe you would have liked to play?
Let's see, July game releases. Fucking.
I think I put a link in the. Let's go to this link right
Oh, it's in
here.
the. Let's see. We got. Fucking.
Scroll to July. Oh, here it is. Okay. Oh yeah, there's a bunch of like nothing games that came out during this time. There's a cat game called Stray. I know you like cats.
Yeah, yeah, dude. When I was looking through for my list, I was looking at like releases and I wanted to mention the cat game. I forgot to put that down though. Yeah, the cat game's lit. Haven't played it, but it's cool.
Cat game lit.
Yeah, play Stray. You play as a cat, and it's like a weird dystopic computer future. Do it.
PlayStation
Yeah,
and PC exclusive.
correct. So that's the reason I didn't play games in July, because they didn't release Stray on Xbox.
Yeah, sad times.
Sad vibes.
So my July game of the month is actually Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, and this is
Nice.
when I 100%ed the game. So I 100%ed it, and it's honestly like it was another like a grind fest. No, not it was not a huge grind fest, but I was like, some of these things are kind of annoying to get, and I liked playing the game. Like Ratchet and Clank is a good time to play through like once, and then after that, probably wouldn't play it again. To be honest, it's still a great game. I just don't see myself going back to it. That's why like I platinumed it, and then like I went to GameStop and traded it in. I was like, I'm not gonna play this game again. They're not gonna make DLC for it. So yeah, that's how I stand on it. The game came out like a year ago. It came out like 2021 in like June or something. So play Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. I know Eshaan's looking to get that game. Isn't that right?
I've played a tiny bit of it. Gameplay is actually really sick.
That's right, you
I
did
thought
buy
the
it, huh?
story was a bit corny so far, but I mean it's corny in a good way. So
Yeah, corny in a good way. Gameplay is always king for Ratchet games. I mean, it's classic. So let's move to August. If you have nothing else to say on that, Eshaan, what's your August game of the
played
month?
enough. My August game of the month is Cult of the Lamb.
Cult of the Lamb. I remember this coming out, and you and DJ playing that a lot. Talk
Oh
about it.
man, it's a lot of fun. It's kind of like a management simulation type thing, but also a roguelite dungeon crawler at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
So the premise is you're a lamb that like gets sacrificed, but right before you move on to the afterlife, like this demon offers you like for your soul, will you like follow in his cult and spread his name
Mm-hmm.
and like beat the four bosses that originally sacrificed you or whatever because they imprisoned this demon. Um, and you like build your own cult and you like do the whole thing of like setting up where everything is, like your temple, their beds, like the food and everything you manage. Like you manage making sure that they're alive basically with like food, illness and stuff. And you get these followers by going into the dungeons and like clearing them out and saving them and then beating the bosses, which gets you more followers and like more devotion, which makes it so you can get a stronger cult.
Okay.
And then you go on to the final boss after beating all four.
Did you
Right.
beat the game?
I did not beat the game yet.
Okay.
What's it called again?
Cult of the Lamb.
Cult of the Lamb.
It's on all consoles. You have it on Xbox.
Oh, that's right. I would have.
Yep. There you go, man. Cult of the Lamb. It seems like a really fun game, to be honest. It's like a little management simulator sort of thing, a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Eddie, your August game of the month.
Tiny Tina.
Oh shit! That's right. We did a
This is
review that
This
month.
when we did the video about it. Yeah, this game is like it's mid for a Borderlands game, but it's like 7 out of 10 for regular rating. So yeah, the dialogue's a little corny, but the gameplay's pretty good. The writing's a little corny, but the art looks cool, and yeah, so I like it.
Yeah,
We
all right.
vibe.
There we go. My August game of the month is Persona 4 Golden, and Eddie knows
I was
how
waiting.
much I rave about this game.
I was waiting for it.
Boy, oh yeah, dude, this game is peak fiction. One of those peak fiction games. I'm telling you, this game it's coming out next year, like January. It's coming out Persona 4 Golden on all consoles and Persona 3 Portable. And I'm telling you, Persona 4 has some dark moments, but like overall, it's like a lighthearted game on how like you building those friendships can save you from like the darkness and like find your true self. You know, your friends help you find your true self, and that's a reflection of like what real life is. You know, that's what the Persona games like all about. Like it's themes that we see every day, and I highly recommend playing this game. It's a long one. I played it on very easy, and it took me 60 hours to get like the golden ending. And you're gonna want to make sure you get that golden ending because I did
It's
not.
very important.
Yeah, I did not get it the first time. I was like, it's like I don't like this. I need to do more. I need to get that one ending because I need closure. This game has a lot of emotions, and I needed closure, and the golden ending does that. So, Eshaan, if you're interested in this, I'm buying Persona 3 Portable when it comes out. It's like the PlayStation, Xbox, and stuff. But if you're interested and you're gonna play it, I wouldn't mind like getting the platinum again. Like I'm close to the platinum on Vita, but I wouldn't mind playing through that whole game again on PlayStation when it comes out.
PlayStation. Um,
Yeah,
Possibly. I've been thinking about picking up 5 Royal.
dude. Yeah, 5 Royal.
Everyone here that's played that game thinks it's like the best JRPG to ever exist, and I want to in on this experience.
Yeah, dude. 5 Royal's good. 4 Golden's good, and like 3 Portable is like the last game you would play out of those three, in my opinion. And I've never played 3 Portable, but I've also heard like if you've played 5 Royal and then go back to the other ones, you're gonna like notice like the gameplay like changes and stuff are drastically different because those are PS2 games versus Persona 5 Royal is a PS3 game essentially. So I was like, oh, do I play 5 Royal then go back to 3 Portable? I think that's what I'll do. I still have to play 5, bro. Still have to play 5. Let's move on to September. Eshaan, what is your September game of the month?
Game came out. Sorry, I'll move my mic closer. This game came out 5 months ago. Or not 5 months ago, 5 years ago.
Oh shit.
uh, I was in such a dry spell, and I actually bought this game when I originally bought my Switch. But I like played, I want to say 10 hours of it. Like I actually played like a bit of it, and I just didn't click with it. It was Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And I guess on my first time, I didn't click with it. I thought it was like it was overbearing, like it was open world, too much going on. Like you don't really have a path, you just kind of go. Um, but I mean, 2022 for me, like I don't know why, but open world games in me just kind of clicked. Like I just kept playing them. Probably because Elden Ring set me on this path with its fantastic open world this year. Um, but I played through the entire game, like beat all 4 of the Guardians and Ganon and all of that stuff. I
Nice.
thought about buying the DLC at the time, but I didn't have a job because I was in between college and moving home and a lot of stuff. So I didn't buy it, but I would probably I will probably end up buying it closer to when Tears of the Kingdom comes out.
Yes, the sequel to that, which still has item durability and your weapons break on you. So I'm like, nah, I'm just not playing that, bro. I just don't like that system at all.
I
Like,
didn't like it the first time,
yeah,
and then I just gave it a second chance, and I ended up really liking it. Like I like it. It ended up becoming like an entire part of the strategy of the game. Like you'd
yeah,
be like, okay, well, I have these 5 weapons that are really strong. Do I want to use them on these like stupid looking like imp things, or do I use it on something that's like much stronger, like a Lionel, like those big lion centaur things that like fuck you up?
yeah.
I thought it was cool the second time playing through. I liked it.
And the weird thing is like how much I hate that. It's like, but I play like Fallout 3 in New Vegas, and they have like your weapon breaks on you. But the thing is, you find so many of the same weapons in there, like, and you can just repair it too. That's what if you could repair the weapons you find, like I wouldn't be as mad. But like it really just pissed me off. It's like, oh, guess I have no weapons. Guess I'll die. Like fuck.
But
Yeah, that's it.
I gotta argue one more thing though.
Yeah, go.
Is that, you know, there is that part of it, like your weapon's breaking, but usually whatever you're attacking that your weapon breaks on has a weapon itself.
Mm-hmm.
And they will drop that weapon whenever your weapon breaks because it's like a stun type hit sometimes.
Yeah.
Unless it's like a stronger enemy. But like if you're going up against a stronger enemy with like no weapons in your backpack, like that's on you. That's like not on the game.
Oh my goodness, yeah. So that's my 2 cents about that. Eddie, what is your September game of the month?
All right. September and October. I'm just gonna say I literally have nothing. Actually, no, I have one for October. I lied. I didn't think about that. I have nothing for September. Nothing.
Nothing. Okay, that's
Yes.
fair.
I did not play games in September.
Gotcha. Oh yeah, that's right. I remember that whole like September month. You're like, hey, what'd you play? It's like nothing.
Nothing.
Uh,
Dark times were upon me.
Mine was just like a kind of a throwaway game, but like I played it during this month because I unlocked a bunch of like trophies for it. It was Minecraft. I remember playing on that realm that I had made with my girlfriend and stuff. So like it was fun. Fun
That's
time.
good.
And like it goes, after a month it died. So
That's how it goes.
it's the way she goes.
The natural cycle of Minecraft.
Yes. And now we get into the last 3 months where lots of games come out. So Eshaan, what is your game for October?
October is a month that made me very disappointed.
Uh-oh.
Um, I literally on my list didn't even put this game down. It's Gotham Knights. I just have to mention it because through this podcast I've realized we're doing both like great games and terrible games that we just played.
Definitely. Yeah.
So Gotham Knights is my decision for October. Even while trying not to compare it to like the Arkham series, like trying to just treat it as its own standalone like Batman IP, it was weak in like a
Is it really
lot
that
of
bad?
aspects.
Damn. Sad.
People who haven't played the Arkham games or just are big enough fans of like the four like sidekicks that get to be the main heroes in this one, like there are fans of this game. I'm not saying there aren't, but it was sad. Like I saw this video that was a comparison between Arkham Knight, the game that came out 2015, I want to say 7 years ago, and Gotham Knights, and like the graphics were just so much worse. Like they looked like they should have been swapped on the years that they released.
Yeah.
The way that you progress in the story is you have to do crimes around the city, which normally I wouldn't mind, but they kind of made it like a live action service type of situation where it's like no real story behind the crimes. Like, okay, another bank robbery. Okay, and it's like the same thing over and over again. The side quests, there are maybe 4 villains in this game.
Mm-hmm.
Like, like the Arkham games, like the side quests, like there were a lot of villains in those games. Like there was like 1 or 2, maybe 3 main baddies or whatever. But like the side quests were for the main villains. Like there are only 3 like main side quest villain stories, and they're great. So I have to give it credit there. But the main story is very dry. Like the acting of the 4 characters is very dry. It was just a disappointment.
Sad to see. Is that a wait for a sale kind of game, or just don't play at all?
That's a wait for a sale. Hope it comes to Game Pass.
Oh,
Yeah.
yikes!
Tragic.
All right, Eddie. Who to you? What's your October game of the month?
October game of the month is Outlast. Spooky, scary. It's my favorite horror game ever. Yeah, it was a good time.
Good time, yes.
That's all I have to say.
All right, yeah, it's a good time. Made me shit my pants. I remember playing that, Eshaan, with Caden.
Dude, that was a terrifying night. That was like before I was a horror fan, so I was
Yeah.
fucking terrified. I was like, "Why are you doing this, Caden? Please turn it off. Like, let's do something else."
So my October game of the month, there's a couple that came out during this, and I'm gonna say Mario Rabbids Sparks of Hope. This game was a sequel I've been waiting for, and boy, this game is so fucking fun, man. I am almost done. I dropped it because God of War came out, and then also like Pokemon came out. But I'm going to finish it for sure. But this game, oof. This game is fucking good. The strategy, combat, like each rabbit has its own unique powers, and so with like Mario characters, they have like Mario, Luigi, Peach, Bowser. Bowser's in this fucking game now. Who else is on like the Mario team? Then like they have like Rabid Mario, Rabid Luigi, Rabid Rosalina, and stuff like that. It's so wacky, but like it's also fun, and the strategy, turn-based combat, it's like what I'm here for. So happy that game came out. Happy for the hours I put into it. Now we get into the real meat and potatoes. Got 2 months left. Eddie, November game of the month.
Game of the month is Jedi Fallen Order.
Oh wait, I kind of skipped Eshaan, but anyway, go ahead.
That's okay. Jedi Fallen Order. We just talked about it on the last episode that came out last week.
Last
right?
week,
Yeah.
wink,
Yeah. So, really good. I'm like a big Star Wars kick right now, so been really enjoying engulfing myself in that. That's about it. Good combat, good music, really good writing, good, well developed characters. Yeah, it's good. We love it.
If you want to know more about it, we have a spoiler discussion podcast on that. It's going to be that's already been released when you are hearing this, so check that out for sure. Happy from that discussion. That was a great game. Love talking about Star Wars anytime. And hopefully Eddie chooses to play Knights of the Republic next, man. So that's what I'm hoping. So, Eshaan, let's go to you now. Sorry, I skipped you, buddy. November game of the month. I already know what this is, but talk about it.
Been waiting 4 long years for this game.
So long.
God of War Ragnarok. Oh man.
Yes.
We had a whole discussion on this game back 3-4 weeks ago. I'd say I was only through the first quarter of the game during that discussion. I'm in the final few chapters right now, so I still haven't beat the game. But that's just because of a mix of being busy, and Black Friday got me a lot of other games. So, I mean, if you want to really hear about it, you could check out that other episode, but it's an amazing game.
Yeah. And when I beat it, I'm going to confer with Eshaan, see if we can talk about it more in depth, spoiler free, with everything that happens during that whole thing. It's gonna be a good podcast. I know that. And Eddie can be there too if he doesn't want to wants to be spoiled on the game for sure.
Yep. Hell yeah.
So move on to me. Mine is since I didn't beat Ragnarok, or like I played it for sure, but like Pokemon Scarlet and Violet took up that whole month for me, bro. I haven't been like this into like a Pokemon game for years, man. Like fuck, actually, well, yeah. Even though last year was like the remakes of Diamond and Pearl, like I still like I played that game through. I was like, yep, this is nostalgia ran me through that game. And I was like, I enjoyed every minute of that. But this one I thoroughly enjoyed because they just changed so many things on how to do stuff, and I appreciate it for that. That whole open world thing now, it's great. Highly recommend. Still working on the Pokédex. I was playing it earlier before you guys joined the call. So now the last month of the year, gentlemen. Let's go back to Eshaan. Eshaan, what is your December? And you can say a game that hasn't come out yet that you're really hoping, you're really looking forward to, or a game that you've played, because I'm choosing a game that hasn't come out at the time of this recording. So what is your game of the month, Eshaan? December.
Game came out 2 days ago.
Oh shit.
I have played some of it. It was definitely a buy on release for me. It was the Callisto Protocol.
Talk about it.
It's a horror, sci-fi, space, alien, like just all the terrible things that you could do with alien horror. I'm not too far in it. I like just got a gun, but
Oh my god.
it's a lot of fun so far. They really went off of the combat of what Dead Space was. Like it's a lot more like up and close personal. You have like a stun baton and an alien is like fucking you up type of deal.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of fun.
Interesting. Will you be getting the Dead Space remake that's coming out in like February or January, whenever that comes out?
If there's a sale on it.
Okay. If there's a sale. Interesting.
I love Dead Space, but
yeah.
I don't see why I should pay $70 to play a game I've played multiple times, but just
you've played
with better
times.
quality.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I had played it once, maybe, but like I've done like 3 or 4 playthroughs of Dead Space.
Yeah, I've heard Callisto Protocol didn't get very many good, like it was like a mid, it's kind of like a mid review roundup from what I've seen, like people giving it like 6s, 7s, couple 9s, but like sort of mid.
I am a little worried about that. I personally like it so far. A lot of what I've read about it is the combat is what people are like, hey, this is kind of hit or miss. I haven't gotten that frustrated with it yet, but I think it's fun, so I'm having a good time, and that's what matters in the end.
Nice.
Yeah. Might check it out, because I mean you bought it and we game shared, so could be something. And like if I enjoy it, you know, I'll send. How much was it? Was it 60 or 70?
It was 70. I will say, it's a bit lighter for a horror game. It's more of like a thriller horror than like suspense horror. Like I think you'd be able to play it without being like, I'm too scared to play without someone being here right now.
It's a bit too spooky.
Yeah.
Too spooky. Yeah, if I end up like beating that game fully, you know, I'll send $35 your way, because you know that's how I want to treat this game share relationship.
Thanks, man.
Got you. Because I mean, you bought God of War. You bought a lot of games already digitally. I mean, all I had to offer was like all the games I've racked up for PS Plus.
That's a lot of games, man.
It's a lot of games. It's a lot.
I did the same thing with Eddie. I was like, man, you had like 200 games you added to mine. Like, I'll just play a couple of games.
I had a massive collection.
Yeah, dude. Eddie and I have like massive, like 200 like plus games. I'm like, damn, do I have a lot of games? And damn, have I not played like half of them, maybe to completion.
I remember summer of junior year of high school, I realized that was becoming a problem. So I started to play everything in alphabetical order. in my library,
Yeah.
and I ended up getting I got through A, right? So like, oh, I get to Assassin's Creed, you're like, oh shit, like let's play Assassin's Creed. And instead of continuing, I just got sidetracked and kept buying more Assassin's Creed games. I still have
How
yet
I
to
have
go through my
so many
promise.
Assassin's Creed games.
Yeah,
on
dude,
Xbox.
because that's why I played all of them in order. 1, 2, 3, fucking
I was
Brotherhood,
looking at
all of
it.
them. Yeah.
I was like, damn, I
Yeah,
have a
bro.
lot of Assassin's Creed.
I have a lot of Assassin's Creed
Those
games. I've beat
goat.
all of them except Rogue, and surprisingly, I don't think I've beaten 2 or Brotherhood, but I've beaten Revelations. That's a sin.
It's so good.
That's a sin on my part. It's like
Revelations is okay.
it's like beating Mass Effect 3, but not 1 or 2.
Yeah. That's funny.
So, what is your game of the month for December, Eddie?
It has yet to be decided. Because
Interesting.
I haven't played any games since I beat fucking what do you call it?
Fallen Order.
The Star Wars one. Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. I just I don't know.
No, there's a couple games that like are coming out this month. Like Midnight Suns, Close Up Protocol already came out. So did Midnight Suns actually, but like also there was like the new Final Fantasy VII game. So is there any on your radar for this month, or that you're looking forward to
No.
next year? It's a slight peek of what our next podcast will be.
Yeah. Well, maybe next year. Looking forward to Starfield.
Oh yeah,
and,
baby.
What else? Fucking the new Jedi Survivor or whatever it's called.
Yes, Jedi Survivor, the new Star Wars, the sequel.
What else? I can't really remember anything else.
Yeah, there's a lot. I mean, I'll come up with a huge list of the stuff that's coming out. We could talk about it one by one, or
Yeah.
for the next one. But okay, my game, it's one that hasn't come out yet, but I'm buying day one. Absolutely looking forward to, and it is Final Fantasy VII Crisis Core Reunion. And so this is a game that is a prequel to Final Fantasy VII, and but like they like remastered everything. I mean, it looks like a remake for how good it looks, but from when I talked to my friend at work, he was talking about it, and I was like, yeah, they included some story elements so it connects to the Final Fantasy VII remake timeline. I'm like, really? What? I heard the opposite. I was like, no, this is its own story. It's like not connected to remake at all. But it's interesting what he said. So like, I don't know the story on that. I mean, generally, I know what happens to like Zach, the protagonist. It's like another key reason why I'm buying this game because his name's Zach.
It's your name,
but it's spelled with a K. So like, excited,
wait,
not
just
excited.
ZAK
Is ZACK.
Oh, okay, that's good. If it was ZAK, I would just fucking
the 3-letter Zacks are 3-letter Zacks are crime. They're a crime against humanity.
What about ZAC or ZAQ?
Zach. That's
ZAQUE Zoc.
Don't even come near me, bro. If your name's that, to be
French
honest,
Zach.
don't even come near me. At that point,
it's like Jacques, but with a
yeah,
with
a
a
Jacques.
Z.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to. Love Final Fantasy VII remake. Interested to see like what happens before that whole Final Fantasy timeline, like how shit gets to this point, stuff like that. So definitely interested. I think it's coming out like it's only coming like $50 too. So like, hell yeah. So that is the end of our month, and so now I'm gonna spring it on to you guys. Choose one of these games of the month that you deem as your personal game of the year. And whichever one of you guys is ready first, who do you got?
Wait, what'd you say? Oh, you're talking to Eshaan.
Well, Eshaan, or you like, if you guys have your game of the year, which one is it?
Oh, my game of the year. Okay, I was confused.
Game of the year.
Eshaan, go first.
Game of the year was originally gonna be Elden Ring,
Oh,
but it has been switched to God of War Ragnarok.
there
That
we
Shit.
go.
that story, it's honestly, oh, even though I haven't beaten the game, it's sitting in my top 5 games ever now.
Oh wow, that
Damn.
Period.
story is that good, huh?
Wow.
It's that intense of a story. Like I
Cannot
almost cried
wait.
at points. So
Fuck. Let's go. I can't wait.
yeah, it's
Okay.
insane. The gameplay's insane. The risks, every risk I feel like they took, like was absolutely worth it, and it made it that much better of a narrative.
Hmm. Hell yeah.
All I gotta say, Zach, is stay away from social media, anything that has to do with Ragnarok,
Oh yeah,
because
man.
Good.
right now they're posting a bunch of like end game spoilers like
Oh
everywhere.
fuck. Gotta beat it. Gotta beat it now, man. Fuck. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Good game of the year choice. Eddie, what about you?
Definitely gonna have to be Elden Ring with a very, very close tie, or not tie, close second with Jedi Fallen Order
That's what I
for
was thinking. I
sure.
was like, maybe he'll choose Fallen Order.
Yeah,
Maybe he'll choose Elden
it
Ring.
could have been, man, but it wasn't. Yeah. So from a like gameplay and visual standpoint, Elden Ring is like fucking insanity. Like, and the music too, like, oof, it's so pretty, and the challenge is rewarding, and like, it's so very aesthetic, and it's like cohesive in its style, and yeah, I really like it. Um, Fallen Order's so close just because the characters are developed so well. Like it's pretty rare that I get attached to characters like that in that way. So like yeah,
Good choice. Good choice. Elden Ring's great. I personally think it's gonna win like the game of the year like at the Game Awards this Thursday. So, or actually, by the time this comes out, last Thursday technically. So then my
God of
game.
War make it in time?
Hmm?
Did God of War make it in time to be considered
Yeah,
in this one?
yeah, it was nominated.
Nice.
It was nominated for sure.
good.
So my game of the year, personal game of the year. There's so many good titles I have. Like I'm seeing the list I made right now. But the one that's like stuck with me the most, I'm gonna have to go with Persona 4 Golden for this year. This game is the story is peak fiction. Like I'm assuming like this God of War Ragnarok is like peak fiction for you, Eshaan. That's what I think Persona 4 is. It's so good. The story it
Yeah.
tells, the relationships you build, and how they're used like in combat too. Like the better you make your relationships, the more effective your party members are in combat. And so like that's awesome. That turn-based thing too. And just like how and like I recognize some of the stuff that they mentioned in Naruto like is in this game because of like it's Naruto has like Japanese lore in it, and so does like this game has that too. Like your first persona that you get is literally called it's like Izanagi, and Ishan knows what Izanagi is. All right,
Naruto.
yeah, from Naruto.
Like one
Like
of the jutsus that they can use with the
yeah,
Sharingan.
yeah, that's the Uchiha
Yeah.
one. Also like the Black Flame. How do you say that?
Amaterasu.
Yeah, Amaterasu. Like that's a persona too, or like yeah, like once you upgrade it, like and I was like that's really cool. And like this whole school setting, like you're this the social linkage you can have, like talking with these people, building what like helping them through their problems. Like it's so human. It's a humanizing game. I just cannot recommend it enough. Game of the year right there.
Yeah.
So, ladies and gentlemen, that is our games of the month and a little slip in for game of the year. I hope you enjoyed our selections, and Eshaan, where can the audience of 5 maybe find you?
1 second. I'm having a mic troubles. Can you do Eddie first?
Eddie, where can we find you?
All right. So, you can find me on Instagram for my fitness page. I post motivational content, exercise tutorials, sample workouts, stuff like that. Instagram at Eddie Lee Lifts, which is EDDIELEELIFTS. Yeah, so check me out. You can follow my journey and maybe learn something along the way. If you want to find me anywhere else, don't bother looking.
Jan, did we fix our mic issues?
Yes.
All right, where can we find you?
You can find me on Instagram under Eshaan Dutta, which is just my name. I know it's pretty lame. It's just ESHAAN_DUTTA. I have a bunch of old guitar covers and yeah, I have some music too on Spotify under the same name.
All right, any coming out with music towards the end of the year? What's is that something you're sticking to?
I'm planning on finishing this song by the end of December in terms of like all of the recording of it, and then hopefully by the end of January I'll have all the mixing and mastering done.
All right, look forward to that, ladies and gentlemen. And you can find
Yeah.
me anywhere Pen and Pant is. I'm on Instagram. I'm on YouTube. Trying to build that up more. I have Twitch on here, but like, I think I'm gonna start. Like, if I was to stream, I think I would stream on YouTube. So check me out there. Most active on Twitter. Find me there, and that's it. We have listen to this podcast. We're anywhere. We're on the major podcast platforms, I would say. But yeah, we'll see you guys for our anticipated games of 2023. See ya.
Bye.